Hi, my name is Damian Diaz, and today we're going to be building a campfire. Now, a campfire is a pivotal tool in any recreational or survival situation. And today, we're going to be learning how to construct a campfire, maintain it, and put it out after you're done using it. So, let's get started. When constructing a campfire, you're going to want to make sure you have something to start it with. So, you start with tinder. Not the app, but actually any pieces of twigs, leaves, dry grass that can be lit extremely easily to start the fire. Now, where to find some? Oh look! Here's a fresh batch of tinder right here. Not conveniently placed whatsoever. Let's get to it. And here in our tinder bundle, as you can see, we have leaves, straw, and dry grass, all of which will light nicely whenever we start our fire. So after you have your tinder bundle, you're going to want to go look for small branches and sticks to build upon that fire that you're already starting. So now we just got to go find some. Done. See, now these sticks are all about around maybe a foot long, very thin, and all dry. Now these will build up very nicely on top of our tinder pile and start creating our small little campfire. After that, we're going to build on it with even bigger sticks. Now for our bigger sticks, you're going to want to look around your entire area to see where they are. And this stick is just way too big. And since we don't have an axe to break it, we got to go look for more moderately sized sticks. So the search begins again. Oh look. Thanks, intern. Okay. Now, as you can see, these sticks are nicely sized. And these will keep our fire going for a long time. Remember, more wood you got, longer the burn. Now, once you have all your stuff to actually build the fire with, you're going to want to get some fire starting tools. Now, these can be anything from strike-on box matches to a lighter, and if you're a little bit more exotic, a magnesium lighting stick. But for the sake of time, we're going to use a lighter. For the base of our campfire, what you're going to want to do is dig a hole, not too deep, but in just enough so that way any of the ashes that come out of the fire can fall into. Now, you typically see stones surrounding the perimeter of the campfire, but in this case, I didn't have any. So I used dirt and small pebbles. This will do fine, and the purpose of this is to prevent the fire from moving outwards. Now, we can start constructing our campfire. So start with your tinder bundle. You don't need too much, just enough so that way you can start the fire. Place it at the center of your base, and at this point, you're gonna wanna start stacking your sticks before you actually start lighting the fire. So grab a couple, and then stack them on in a sort of pyramid shape. And then we'll speed this up. Now that your campfire is for the most part set up, you're going to want to be able to light it. So all you have to do is take your lighter or any of the other supplies that we used before and light the tinder. It's a lot easier if you have, let's say, lighter fluid or gasoline, but that's a bit dangerous, especially if you're in the outdoors. You don't want to start a fire. Remember folks, always use precaution. The important part of building a fire is to have patience. It might not always start, but you have to keep going until you get the fire going. There we go. Now the tinder's starting to catch fire, so you're gonna want to start stacking your sticks on. The important part is to let the fire breathe. Don't snuff it out by adding too much. Let it catch by itself. And always remember folks, if there's smoke, there's fire. And now that you have a campfire, you're going to want to know the safety measures that you're going to be able to take just in case it may grow too big, or in fact if the fire just even goes out. Now, if in the case that your fire grows too big, do not panic. Do not start stomping on the fire. If not, you might make the embers of the fire spread out and cause even more fire to occur in the area around you. So make sure that you have a source of water nearby, or if anything, dirt that you can throw upon the fire. Dirt is extremely good at putting out the flames, and preventing the fire from spreading aggressively. Now, our campfire is going along really nicely. Don't pay attention to that. So you're gonna wanna start adding your bigger sticks. Now, I'm gonna still build up on this fire a little bit, but the basic idea is that whenever your fire gets bigger and bigger and bigger, you're gonna start adding more and more sticks. So, right now, for the time's sake, we're just gonna pretend that the fire is already big. And you're gonna wanna stack it the same way you had it before in a sort of pyramidal shape. So, take your sticks and build upon it. Some additional tips whenever you have a fire. If in the case that you're in a survival situation and you want to signal to somebody that you're there, you're going to want to make as much smoke as possible. And the way to do that is with anything green, such as green grass, green trees, anything that isn't dry. These will burn and they will smoke extremely well. They'll be typically white clouds. Let's see if we can get an example going on here. See that major increase in smoke? That's a good way to signal to somebody that you're there, and good to get you out of any sticky situation you may find yourself in. Ready?
Yeah.
It seems that our fire has gotten a bit out of control, or maybe I just want to get a move on already. So I'm just going to use my conveniently placed source of water here to put out the fire. All you got to do is just pour water over or kick dirt on the fire. But wait, it's not as simple as that. After you pour water or kick dirt over the fire, you want to make sure that it's completely out before you leave the area. And then your fire is completely out, you want to make sure that it's warm enough to put your hand towards. Make sure it's not hot, because if it is hot, that might mean that there's still embers there, and that it might be able to catch on later at night, or whenever you leave. If that's the case, you might end up starting a wildfire, and nobody wants that. And with all this, you've got yourself a campfire. Thank you for your time, and I hope that you can build a campfire as easily as we did here today. Thank you. And now that your fire is out, and you don't gotta worry about it anymore, you can make your way back to civilization.